Hello, good afternoon. Today is June 13th, and well, I'm looking at this table here with, I just filled some cups halfway. I'm going to plant some marigolds. I went to the store today, and I was going to buy a bunch of annuals, and it was $5 for a 6-pack of marigolds. So I instead paid $2 for this pack of seeds. They're not going to be ready as early as I'd like for them to be, but I will get them at least and be able to save seeds for next year. They may not come back exactly the same because I think they do cross-pollinate, but I don't care. So these say that they germinate, where did I see that? It was like 7 to 10 days, or 7 to, oh, right there, 7 to 14 days at the end of the second paragraph. So, and I think, I don't know, 65 to 70 days to bloom. I think that'll be just fine. So even if they're not ready this year, I'll make sure I start them early next year once I figure out how much I need to add room basically to my grow room and add lights. But anyway, so I'm just using a basic potting mix I got from the store. It's just called New Plant Life, and I also bought some more composted manure. And I just kind of top dressed this right now with the manure. The only thing I'm waiting to come up are the 2 pumpkins. Or, well, there's 4 seeds, but, we'll see. I only want 1 plant per each little container here. And when all the potatoes start coming up, I'm going to top dress those as well. I don't want to, you don't want to mound them as they're growing because they might not ever breach the surface then. So, and I've got like 5 of them starting to poke through, so I'm pretty excited. The plants down here, at least the flower plants, the pots that I put flower seeds in, are all starting to show signs of life, so that's really good. Well, except for that weird green fly in there. You alright, buddy? He doesn't look so hot. Did you die in my cup? Seriously? He's not moving, so I don't know. I may have to check him. But anyway, everything else you can barely see, but there's like little seedlings emerging in almost all the cups. It's just these 2 where I don't see anything specifically yet, but there's time. And I don't, these, because they're perennial herbs, they tend to take a lot longer. Oh wait, no, I've got basil in here. So, yeah, I don't know if I should kind of cut, well, that one looks like it's starting to germinate. I don't know if you can see that. See, it's got a little teeny plant body on it. Okay, good. That's an annual though. Okay. So I'm gonna open this pack up, and I'm probably gonna do like 3 or 4 per cup, and then as soon as they get big enough, then I'm gonna plant them right into the garden. If you've never seen marigold seeds, this is what they look like. They're really long and skinny. Focus, weirdo. I remember having trouble with the seed packets. I couldn't get to focus for some reason. My goodness. I have to go like so far away. I don't know. Anyways, that's what the seeds look like. Okay, I've got 4 seeds per cup, and I'm just going to push them into a depth of 1/4 inch. Okay, so got those all in and pressed down. The soil is like muck, let me just tell you. So if you do get this brand, you might want to mix it with some you know, vermiculite or some peat moss or cocoa coir or something, because it's very sticky and heavy. Look at how much it's holding water. As you can see, I didn't even use half of the seeds, and I used I don't even know what, 48 seeds or something, because I think there's 12 cups and 4 per. So yeah, garden's doing well. It's very hot today. It's like 83, but it feels really sticky. It's pretty humid, but everything's doing good. Not really much to report right now. I do have a couple potatoes coming up. I got to get in here and do some weeding. So I do have some weeds here that are just kind of on my nerves. But you can see this Jardel pumpkin is starting to crack the soil. So it's going to be popping up. There was one here earlier too, and yeah, you can see right there, barely. Or can you see it? Yeah, you can barely see it. Anyways, oh, look at that, and a sugar pie. Oh my gosh, look at the sugar pies. I was out here earlier. Oh, look at them, they came up. Anyways, so I had come out here earlier and I saw where the ground was cracked, and I was like, is that them already? It seems really early. Like, it doesn't seem like it's been long enough. But I guess it is, like, I forget what it was, 5 to 10 days or something, or 7 to 14 days. I don't know, but I peeled it back and I could see the little seedling trying to come through. So I was like, oh my gosh, that is what it is. So I recovered it and smoothed it over. But yeah, you can see that some of the potatoes are starting to pop up as well. So, well, of course, we got all these ants all over, and I hear thunder. I don't know. I saw a video recently where, oh look, there's this one. He's a little yellowish, but he's there. I saw a video a few days ago talking about ant hills, and if you see them mounded up like that, that means that there's going to be rain. If you see them smooth, like that one, it means that there should be no rain for the next 12 hours. But that means there will be rain in the next 12 hours. So I don't know. And look at this. I don't know what this is. I don't know if they've taken something. I don't know what that is. That is like a root. Sorry, ants, but I don't know. I just messed up their hole. I didn't expect it to mess it all up. Dang it. Poor guys. Now they're gonna have to work extra hard. Good job. But the watermelons doing the same. You can just barely see that little guy poking out. Yep, there's a little lift right there. So they're all starting to pop up, and I have no idea what these holes are, but I don't like it. They look weird. I went around and pruned up all the tomatoes again today. Dang it, now the wind is starting. Okay, so I did get a couple things at the store. Got these because our front yard is almost completely shaded. Well, in our planting areas anyways. So I want to put these, and these I just thought were beautiful. I don't know what they are. None of them had a tag. I don't know. I don't really recognize them, but I thought they were gorgeous. And then these I also thought were really pretty. And I plan on putting those in that planter, cleaning that out, and filling that with some compost and stuff. And then this is sweet mint. So I'm gonna attempt to put that somewhere in those planter boxes for now, because it's got to be contained, I guess, because I've seen everywhere that it says mint just kind of goes crazy. And then the final thing, which I'm super excited about, is a Concord grape. So I've been dying to have grapes, and now it's just a matter of finding where this guy's got to go. Now, because this is an American grape, I think it's not supposed to have to need more plants to pollinate. Yeah, there's a little frog there. There was some stuff sitting on this bench that I had to move out of the way. Now the little frog is exposed. I'm sorry, little frog. But Concord grapes are really disease resistant, and they do well in these northern climates. It's looking like it's getting ready to storm. It was supposed to storm earlier, but I guess it's just a little late. But anyway, so I'm really excited about that. I got to get these guys planted before the rain comes, or at least I got to get them out of their little paper bags. This guy, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm thinking somewhere along the fence. I don't know if it should be in the back. I'm almost thinking it should be on the side, because I don't know, because then it could also potentially give some privacy. And I think maybe eventually, hang on, let me think about this. I'm just thinking that maybe to plant it somewhere in this neighborhood, because first it'll be in close proximity with the vegetables, so it'll be good for pollinators and stuff to have these things sort of close by. Ease of water also is a thing. I could always put it in that corner and then just train it up and over this way. And eventually, because this land, I mean, I don't know if you can see that red post sticking up over there. I can't really see it through the viewfinder, so I don't know if you can see it or not, because it's kind of still bright outside. But all this unmowed grass, this land is mine. All down to those trees, right up next to their driveway. So at some point I was thinking of either doing an orchard over there, or a vineyard, or both, maybe a mixture. So I don't know. That seems like it'd be kind of fun. Plant some fruit trees and stuff out there, and then have some grapevines growing. I don't know how deer feel. You better not be digging. I know how Rocky feels about digging. At least he dug, not the vegetables. What'd you do, Rock? What are you digging over there? Is that mole back? I don't know, probably, but at least there isn't any vegetables right there, so he dug in just the right spot. So if he would have dug this way, he would have got onions. If he would have dug a little bit further that way, he would have got carrots. Stinking moles. Stinking moles, Rock. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna take these in the garage. I gotta find a place to put them, because if it rains, I don't want them getting waterlogged. And when I saw a weather warning or something yesterday on one of the local news channels, and it was saying that we could have up to 75-mile-an-hour wind. Ugh, Lord, I hope not. That would be awful, obviously. But I did tie up the rest of the tomato plants. put this grape down here because this is a fairly protected area. I'm gonna put them over here because when the wind comes from this way, which almost never happens, it gets blocked by the fence and the gate, and then when it comes from that way, it gets blocked mostly by this, by the porch. Okay, I'm gonna get these out. Look at the little frog guy's trying to find a new place to hide. I still see you, bud. Okay, so these are just gonna hang out and wait here. If the storm passes, then I'll probably come back out. Otherwise, I'll probably pick this up tomorrow because I got a lot of stuff. I gotta clean that out. I have 2 hanging baskets in the front that have to get cleaned out for the shade stuff. And I have this that's got to get cleaned out too. So I know it should get some of the shade stuff too. We'll see. Looks like Rocky's waiting for me. Oh, hi, Bucky. Oops. I'm back. I gotta get my gloves out of my hand. Okay, well, I got all of the rest of the tomatoes, except for the really, really short ones. I mean, I got most of the short ones tied up too, but, you know, like these little guys, because I'm gonna try to have the ones on this side kind of going up and over the fence that way, and the other side this way. But obviously, there's 3 little plants there that just are not big enough. That one right there, the first one, is getting there, but it's just not quite there yet. Hopefully the wind doesn't get too bad because I have no way to really secure these peppers. Now they've been through some wind because it gets windy here. And hopefully they've had time for their stems to toughen up and get used to it. I ended up having to replace that tomato plant that I was trying to coddle, but it just started dying at the top. So I had this really little guy that I replaced him with, because that's all I got left really is really little guys. But yeah, again, not really much to report in here. Not much has changed. Things are still slowly growing in, and I still got to take care of all that weed stuff. But this is working pretty good for the most part. And yeah, I think that's it. Looks like my family's up and around, so I'm gonna go in and talk to them. And I'll probably pick this up either later or tomorrow. So, thanks. Okay, so it rained, but not a lot. It just kind of passed through really quick, so everything got not even fully wet, but it kind of wet this down. But I definitely see the lines back there and see all that compost pushed up there and the dirt up there. We do not have gutters. Figure I'd come out here and get some more of these plants planted, like this mint. I think I am gonna put it in this corner here. I'm gonna get the hole ready and pop this guy out. Okay, so I've mostly just put it in the ground because honestly there wasn't much to see there. It was kind of hard to do one-handed. Definitely smells minty. This is just what it is. It says sweet mint. Container deep. That's an interesting planting depth. I think a bug just went in my eyeball. Which tried to go in my eye. It was really close. Gross. Okay, that's one down. My goodness, I was gonna try to either pull these out or I tried to cut them. They're kind of tough. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go and dump this over in the compost area and start all over. So, I'll be back. Okay, you can see that this is our dirt hole. I just thought I would show this really quick. So, I don't know if you can tell how deep it is. This is where we've been getting dirt. Okay, so I filled this. I layered it with potting mix and the composted manure. So, this is the one that goes, the planter that goes out front by the road. So it's gonna just get this little guy for now. So I have a tag. Oh, tagged on the front. Yeah, it's not very full, but it'll get there. So it's gonna go out by the road out here. There. So yeah, it's just a little tiny plant, but it'll eventually fill this out nice and it'll be pretty. Okay, so I think I am gonna plant the grapevine over here at the back of this fence, because this is where it'll get the most sun, and like I said, it'll be close to water and just close to the rest of the garden. So I'm going to try to clear some of this ground and figure out something to use as mulch maybe. We'll see. It's starting to sprinkle again, so I don't know. Okay, it's the next day because we ended up having quite a storm last night. Anyway, so today I'm continuing planting this grapevine. So I'm gonna put some composted manure in there with some fertilizer and get this grape in the ground. Okay, I got it in the hole. It's about right at soil level, which is what I want. I don't want to bury it up past its crown there. Alright, so we got it back buried. There's still some weeds I gotta take out of there. And then I'm gonna find something to cover this with, and I don't know, probably newspaper or something. That's what I have right now. And then I'll cover it with I think I have a little bit of wood mulch left, and we'll do that. But I'm gonna tie it to this post first, because that's where we want it to train up, and then to go along near the tops of this. Okay, so I'm gonna water this in really good. Obviously, as you do with everything pretty much, make sure there's no air pockets or anything. Air pockets act like natural clippers to roots. As soon as roots hit air pockets, it cuts them off and the root dies back. So we don't want that to happen. Okay, really beautiful, I know. Someday this will be better. And all of these, because that's something we're still working on logically, is how to handle all of these weeds. Someday might turn at least this front area by this gate into like wood chips and plants and stuff. That's what I'd like to do. Okay, I'm gonna get the wood mulch and put on there. I don't think I have very much, but we'll do our best. Yeah, so it was indeed not very much. It was less than I thought it was. Okay, not perfect, but It'll do till we get more wood chips. I refuse to buy them. I'm waiting on that chip drop. Although I did almost buy some yesterday when I bought the compost and stuff. So I need to still do a little more research. I've seen different ways to prune these. It always makes me uncomfortable to prune something that I don't know what it's going to do quite yet. And I don't want to cut off, obviously, anything like this that's trying to grow little grabbers. Oops, they never go quite where you think they're going to go or should go. So, I don't know, we'll see. I have to do a little more research on that, and I don't want to double shock the plant because it just got planted already. It's kind of a shock. I'll take care of my mess here. Anyway, that's how we've planted this guy. We'll just keep an eye on him and see how he does. Hopefully he takes off and goes like a crazy person. But we'll watch. And thanks for coming along with me for this. I know I'm not the most knowledgeable person on this stuff. I'm learning as I go. And hopefully, maybe you'll learn something with me. Well, thanks. Take care of yourself. God bless.